Jimmy Moore from the St Francis Club in Limerick, the same club as Andy Lee. He's in the red corner, takes on the defending champion in the blue corner from Baldoyle, Conor Ahern.
Seconds away, round one.
So here we go, this year's opening final, and one of 5 of last year's champions back looking to earn the titles this year. It's Conor Ahern in the blue from Baldoyle. What's your tip for this one, Neil Goff?
I think Conor Ahern is going to be very strong. He's proven his last couple of fights all through these championships. So I would kind of tip Conor Ahern to take the title here.
Moore was a 1912 victor in the semi-finals against Paddy Barnes of Belfast. Was beaten in the semi-finals of the Intermediate Championships, but finds himself the underdog on finals night. Ahern was impressive in his semi-final victory, Neil.
Very, very impressive, and Jimmy Moore seems to carry his left hand very low in the last couple of fights, and I see Ahern's been working on his right hand over the top.
As you would expect at light fly, both men fleet of foot. Peter Clifford is the referee for this opening final. Ahern beating Michael Myers of Brosna 21 points to 8 in his previous contest, and who has succeeded at all levels. So far, you'd reckon just a case of both men just feeling each other out so far?
Yeah, you can see Conor Ahern's points are very strong and they're solid going in all the time. Moore needs to throw his right hand more. He won his semi-final with some great right hands. He needs to get that working. You can also see Conor Ahern starting to switch the body punch. The punches down to the body, and it's starting to take effect already on Jimmy Moore.
Well, facially, Moore does look as if he was in more of a fight than Conor Ahern in that opening round. Ahern looked assured enough for you there,
yeah,
as a champion?
You can see the strength and difference in the power between Ahern and Moore. And again, I would in Conor Ahern's corner by Tom to keep working with the right hand and switch to the body. Working with the right hand, switching to the body.
Ned Hendricks with the advice for Conor Ahern. A big night for the St Francis Club in Limerick as well.
And Jimmy Moore's corner really good.
Here's one of the main moments from that opening round.
Again, 2 punches from Ahern and switching to the body. There were 2 great.
Round 2.
So a 6-0 lead for Conor Ahern heading into this second round. Does that surprise you?
No, it doesn't. He's shown the stronger punches and the more clinical punches holding through the first round.
An effective lead for the Dubliner. Another innovation of finals night is that each boxer in each final is led by a flag carrier, the flag of their own county colours. For Ahern it was the 2 shades of blue, for Moore the green and white. No white flags just yet for Moore, but Ahern with a solid lead.
Right. And Conor Ahern whipping in some really, really powerful punches there.
Well, you'd expect at light fly quite a lot of pace to this fight, but Ahern has got the pace and the accuracy as well, Neil.
He also has an extra bit of power. You can see a difference in power between the punches when they're landed. Moore's punches not taking any effect on Ahern.
He was just lacking a bit of balance there, though. The defending champion, who's in the blue, the Dubliner from Baldoyle, Conor Ahern, with that healthy lead against a man in the red, Jimmy Moore, from the St Francis Club in Limerick. Beat Ross Hickey in last year's final. Good exchange.
Good right hand there with Conor Ahern again. He's drawn Jimmy Moore on there, picking him off. Again, there's the power coming through with some clean punches.
Standing count then for Jimmy Moore.
4, 5, 6, 7.
It's a solid way for Conor Ahern to reach the halfway stage. And he did it so effectively as well. Many words to be said then in the red corner, I'd imagine, Neil.
Yeah, but I suppose here in the blue corner, Conor Ahern's coach will tell him just to keep working. Again, you can see the body punch, they're whipping the body punches and going back to the head every time. Again, perfect right hand over the top, drawing Jimmy Moore in and hitting perfect punches. Again.
And that's where the standing count kicked in. Well, now it's dangerous territory for the Limerick man. He's 14 points down, heading into the third round. And if Conor Ahern gets 6 scoring punches without reply, the contest will come to an early end. That's if he manages to do it in this third round with a 15 points to 1 lead. 9-1 Ahern took the second round. And they'll know that in the red corner as well, Neil.
Exactly, they've got it. Jimmy Moore has to come forward and really work hard. He's got to throw a lot more right hands. Behind his jab though, work his jab in and then behind the right hand.
So when you're so far behind at halfway, as Peter Clifford divides them again, do you start thinking in the corner, right, you're going to have to go for a knockout? No?
Well, you've got to go and get the scores on. Knockouts don't happen too easy, so he's got to go and throw as many points as he can in this 2 rounds, try and get the scores back.
Ahern is heavily on the offensive. It's another standing count against Jimmy Moore. It's his second of the fight.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Well, he's standing on the precipice in a way, Moore. A dangerous 14 points down. And that's it. That is it. Victory for Conor Ahern in the third round. And he successfully defends his light flyweight crown.
Yeah, we didn't. Yeah, we just.
Okay. Well, Neil, it didn't take too long for this fight to finish, and Ahern was on the offensive throughout, and poor Jimmy Moore, there wasn't really much he could do.
You could just see the punches there coming through there. He was just way too strong. Every punch he landed had a telling effect on Jimmy Moore.
And that was that.
Ladies and gentlemen, please shake your hands together for both boxers. Excellent. Referee Mr. Peter Clifford stopped that contest round 3. Leaving the winner and still champion of Ireland, Ahern in the blue corner.
A second title then for Conor Ahern from
Please, ladies and gentlemen, give it up
the
for
21-year-old stopping Jimmy Moore
from Limerick
in the third round.
Jimmy Moore.
And Conor Ahern reclaims the Tommy Connolly Trophy. Last year's champion is now a professional, so it's a vacant title. Thorpe or Frampton, how do you see this one going, Neil?
Yeah, it's a very close one. I tuned boxed very well last week, so it'll be interesting how the first round goes, and we can tell a lot more from that.
And already a great start by Frampton.
Beautiful right hand over the top.
Thorpe was heavily on the back foot and stumbling on the back foot as well.
That's the big thing you train. You can warm up inside, so you don't get caught cold at the first round, and Thorpe really did get caught cold there.
This is going to be a scrap. Philip Rooney from Leinster is the referee of this 51 kg final. It was a good early attack by Frampton in the blue on Thorpe in the red. It seems to have rattled Thorpe to a certain extent. There's been a lot of holding, it's been scrappy.
Yeah, the goalies stand back, use their jab to find the space to bring over the big right hands to get the scores.
Well, Frampton is getting the punches in from all corners. Most of them aren't scoring, but he's definitely letting Derek Thorpe know he's there.
Yeah, Frampton started the better of the two boxers. Landing some good right hands. Well, something that happens when you have two very good boxers in the ring, they tend to get tied up a lot and become scrappy.
Philip Rooney is telling both men to keep their heads up to cut out the holding. I'll be interested in seeing how this one is scored, Neil, because it's been good in patches, it's been very, very scrappy in patches too.
I would put Carl Frampton maybe 2 or 3 punches up towards the end of the last round of his.
Well, he started it so well, and if we do have a chance of seeing in the blue corner, Carl Frampton has got an interestingly embroidered towel, but this was a great early attack.
Lovely right hand there by Carl Frampton over the top. Getting a bit messy there, working inside. But again, there's that perfect right hand over the top. And he's landed that quite a few times during the round. Again, he followed through with the left hand there.
Carl Frampton's corner. Billy McKee with the advice. Jamie Conlon and Derek McCardle, the Belfast man defeated earlier.
Enda Killeen in the corner with Derek Thorpe, they will tell him to step up a wee bit, use his jab more and get his right hand off.
2-0. Carl Frampton leads after that opening round. It was low scoring. You'd have to say that one of those points probably came in the opening seconds.
Yeah, when he's catching the use that brilliant right hand.
Stop!
Thorpe made sure he wouldn't be caught by an early sucker punch at the start of this second round. Derek Thorpe from the St. Aidan's Club in Ferns for Wexford, they're both on the ground.
Pushing on there, knocking.
Well, you'd have possibly expected one man in the canvas, not both simultaneously. Thorpe, who beat the 2004 intermediate and under-21 champion TJ Donovan in the semi-finals, 12 points to 7. This looks like
Carl Frampton's starting to dictate this fight now, Will. He's using these punches. You know he has the lead now, and he's starting to pick some lovely punches now on Derek Thorpe.
it is looking like a real battle, though.
It's been really technical now. You can see Carl Frampton on the back foot now, moving the centre ring, moving around and trying to draw Derek Thorpe in. Thorpe needs to step in with more clusters of punches rather than throwing a 1-2. Because every time he throws a 1-2, Carl Frampton's stepping back and using that right hand over the top.
He caught Thorpe again there, and Thorpe was left wobbling for the second time in this fight.
Derek Thorpe has to be careful. He'll be warned twice, cautioned twice for holding now. Any more he could have getting a public warning.
And that would incur a 2-point penalty. Just being told to keep the head up as we reach halfway. And Frampton seems to be in the ascendancy here, Neil.
Yeah, I'd say he's about 3 or 4 points up after that round as well. So again, lovely jab straight down the middle by Carl Frampton. Again, a good jab, good defence again.
Get the horns down. Keep the horns high.
Advice from Frampton's corner.
Keep the hands high when he's moving. And then the Killeen. keep going forward. They've got to work those punches.
Well, it definitely looks as if Frampton has got himself a firm advantage.
That's all you got. Keep them contact.
Seconds away.
Come on. Right.
Round 3.
And it's Carl Frampton in the blue corner, who leads by 7 points to 1.
No gum
A
shields
little
there.
bit of gum shield trouble.
Yeah, forgot his gum shields coming out.
I'll tell you what, all it would have needed was 1 punch from Derek Dome to remind him he'd forgotten it. 7 points to 1 is Carl Frampton's lead. Frampton in the blue from Midland White City, Thorpe in the red from County Wexford, St. Aidan's in Ferns. Frampton being ultra defensive in this third round.
Showing some brilliant boxing skills there, turning his opponent in the corner. Frampton has a measure of Derry Thorpe now, and it'll take a big effort from Thorpe to turn this around.
Does this look to you like Frampton is content to defend his lead instead of extending it dramatically?
Yeah, this is somewhat people we give out a bit of computer sometimes, is that it becomes negative, because once a guy goes ahead, he just keeps boxing and moving. Frampton must be careful as well, because if Thorpe starts catching the punches and gets scores, then he has to change his style again.
Well, only a 6-point gap at halfway, not insurmountable. Philip Rooney has had his share of warnings being dished out in this fight.
Very untidy at times. There'll be a warning given out soon in this contest if they're not careful. I think Derek Thorpe pulled back a few punches there towards the end of that round, so could have tightened it. Again, a great jab again by Frampton. Again, lovely 1-2s he's taking forward.
Well, they do get informed in each corner very briefly between every round what the situation in terms of the point scoring is.
You're still in front. Now you've got the fight going, but don't be showboating. You're enough in front. You're enough. Straight job. You don't have to move. Straight job. Put him on the right foot.
Just tell him to box.
You don't want to run. You straight job and keep him on his back.
Just tell him he doesn't need to box. He needs to box. He might showboating just to keep throwing his punches and then he'll win the fight.
Well, they knew in the blue corner what the situation was. He is enough in front, 7 points in front, heading into this final round. 9 points to 2. Carl Frampton in the blue. Although you could say red is his favourite colour because he's a Liverpool FC towel that douses him down in each fight. And it's a standing count.
Brilliant scores there. Yeah, some great scores there by Carl Frampton again. Thorpe needs to just show everything here and see if he can get back into the fight. It's going to be difficult, but that's all he can do.
Well, Frampton was checking just before this fourth and final round of the flyweight final how far ahead he was. He was told he was enough ahead. And it's a second standing count, and one more of these in this final round and it's over.
A warning there was handed out, Will, a warning there for holding. Frampton looking comfortable, enough ahead.
such concern in the red corner. Thorpe was well behind heading into this final round, and Frampton looks like a champion to you.
Yeah, he's just really close this last round, picking some lovely clean punches, getting the scores all the time. He got to measure Thorpe in the first round and just control the fight from there on.
Well, it's been scrappy at times. It's been illuminating at times. But there is now surely a worthy successor to Paulie Highland as flyweight champion. An assured performance.
Very good, as he got the measure of Thorpe at the very, very start, and Frampton just boxed the controlled fight the whole way through, picked these punches and moved. Again, a perfect 1-2 down the middle there, and again, 3 straight punches there, all scoring.
Ladies and gentlemen, please leave your hands together for both excellent young athletes. And the winner of that contest, by a computer scoring of 14 points to 4, and the new champion of Ireland, Frampton in the blue corner.
A comfortable victory for Carl Frampton, 14 points
Ladies
to 4.
and gentlemen, please give it
The
up for
Leinster
very,
Provincial
very
Castle
gallant young
Trophy is
gentleman,
his.
Jerry
Frampton,
Thorpe from
the flyweight
Wexford.
champion.
Seconds away. Round 1.
Last year's champion at bantamweight, Eric Donovan, is now in the featherweight division. This is the 8 minutes which will decide his successor. It's David Oliver Joyce from the St. Michael's Club in Ahern. He's in the red singlet up against Sean McKim from Abbey Boxing Club in Bangor. Well, they're two youngsters, Neil Goff. How do you see this one faring?
I thought David Oliver Joyce was exceptional in his performance last week, and I think he may shade that going on that performance.
Joyce in the red, the intermediate champion from last month, from that amazing boxing academy in Ahern, from that amazing boxing family. A 24 points to 7 victor over Paul Dunliffe in that intermediate decider. Sean McKim, with experience on his side, is the Ulster champion. But so far a contest in which both men have kept their distance.
Yeah, David Oliver Joyce started very, very well there. Looks as if he's up for it. Some good scores at the very start, but Sean McKim has come back into some good body shots there in the last half minute or so.
Well, Joyce stopped John Cooley from Derry comfortably in the second round of their semi-final bout. For McKim, it was an 8-1 victory over the 2004 intermediate champion, Benny Harkin. So McKim looking to beat the two intermediate title holders from this year and last. Some solid punching towards the end of this first round from Joyce. Maybe a punch or two after the bell. But a good opening round.
This quick combination bursts of punches from David Oliver Joyce has really set the tone for in the first round.
A firm lead it is for David Oliver Joyce after that opening round.
Round 2.
So Sean McKim with a 6-point deficit to try and plug. He trails David Joyce by 7 points to 1.
And he'll find it very hard to push David Oliver Joyce back.
Well, any time we've seen him fight, Neil, the lad in red, David Oliver Joyce, he is some point scorer. He is just one of these fighters that knows precisely what to do to get points on the board. And there's quite a lot of fighters who don't appear to.
Yeah, this fight will suit Dave Oliver Joyce now. Sean McKim has to come forward to get the scores, and Oliver will meet him in the middle of the ring and he'll punch away with him. And it's all about who'll be the strongest man. And I fancy David Oliver Joyce here. Great body work and body and head punches there from David Oliver Joyce. Sean McKim is doing his best to come back on him, but it's hard to keep up with Joyce.
Well, McKim is taking some heavy hits. You can hear him gasp. You can see the perspiration every time he's on the receiving end of a shot from Joyce.
Super right uppercut there by David Oliver Joyce again.
Larry Duran is our referee.
McKim needs to put more power in those 1-2s he's throwing him and drive Oliver Joyce back.
Blue corner just being told to lower the decibel level. Joyce heavily on the offensive in this fight so far. And McKim, it really looks, Neil, is having trouble responding.
He's finding it very difficult to put up with the power of David Oliver Joyce, and it's his burst of punches. It's 4, 5, 6 punches all the time.
Ironically, it was McKim who was on the offensive when the bell tolled.
Again, here's a combination with David Oliver Joyce again. Look, rights and lefts all landing. It's very difficult to defend him. A super right uppercut there.
13 points to 3 is the advantage for Joyce. It's the third round. Larry Duran getting involved again. Sean McKim, the strap is off the top of his head guard, which needs to be attended to. But that's the least of his troubles, isn't it, Neil?
Least of his troubles, yeah. And Joyce has just continued the onslaught in this round as well.
So the head guard has been fixed. But there's a lot more, which in terms of this fight for McKim, which needs to be fixed, particularly that huge gap of 10 points at halfway by 13 points to 3. And Joyce just continues attacking. And a standing count from McKim.
Super combination of punches, body and head again by Dave Oliver Joyce. Exceptional. I think he's looking for this 20-point rule for this fight to be stopped in the third round, because he's really working hard in this round.
He's only got a matter of seconds in which to finish it. He is close to the 20-point margin. If that 20-point gap develops in the final round, the fight continues to the end. Unless the losing boxer is being heavily outclassed, which we've already seen on finals night so far. Well, if you're in McKim's corner, Neil, what do you say?
It's not much you can say. It's just keep boxing, keep trying your best.
Seconds away. Fourth and final round.
15 points to 4 in favour of Joyce David Oliver Joyce in the red corner against Sean McKim in the blue.
Well, Joyce, all I just do is keep boxing here and make sure he doesn't get caught with any silly punches. While Sean McKim literally throws everything at all he can at David Oliver Joyce, see if he can get back into this fight, but it looks very unlikely.
Well, Joyce is continuing in this final round the way he progressed in the first three. And there will be at least one senior title heading to the Joyce family this year.
Yeah, that's all Dave Oliver Joyce can do is box. Just keep moving. Don't be standing there taking punches. Just boxing move, use his jab and right hand on the move. Getting caught with silly punches there, will he stand in front of McKim and letting it hit him?
Well, McKim was told by his cornerman Sandy Rice, don't do anything silly in the final round. And all McKim can really do now is just keep taking the punches and bring the fight all the way to the distance. Not that you know too much about it, but it must be really disheartening to be so far behind.
Very, very disheartening. Very hard. Like you're working hard, you're throwing out the punches, but you just can't get them through and you just can't get the scores on. And sometimes the harder you try, the harder it becomes to get the scores, and the more you get caught yourself. And
Well,
Joyce
the corners
doing exactly the right thing there, moving around, picking these punches, and he's seeing the lovely scores at the end there.
Well, you've got to credit McKim for going all the way, bringing it to the distance. The corners would have known just how one side of the fight was developing.
Again, lovely punches by Joyce all the time. Blocking McKim's punch and come back with his own powerful punches. And it's hard to throw your own punch when you're getting punches like that being delivered at you.
And the new Irish Star champion for the year 2005, Joyce in the red corner.
A joyful night for David Oliver Joyce. A comprehensive victory over Sean McKim. So the featherweight final, Donovan in the red, and it's Chewy in the blue. Donovan already knows what it's like to taste glory. Chewy with 2 losing finals to his name. A previous high-performance boxer as well, the man in blue, Eamon Chewy. How do you see this one faring?
Yeah, it's very, very close again. Donovan looks a better boxer if he boxes with his southpaw stance. Where Chewy, I think, as the rounds go on, will start to push forward and try and work on the inside. So again, another very close fight.
Well, they were both convincing semi-final winners. Donovan beat Dermot Lawler 16 points to 7. Chewy was a good victor as well. He lost last year's final to Martin Lindsay of Immaculata, who's now gone pro.
Well, when the southpaw is boxing orthodox, the southpaw has to try and get over his big left hand and use his right hook on the move. When the other boxer comes and attack like Chewy in the blue, he needs to use his big right hand and bring Donovan onto his big left hook as well.
Kieran O'Neill, one of the younger referees around, breaking the 2 up. Anytime the southpaws entered into the mix, it does make the fight a bit more awkward. It looks like some good point scoring towards the end of this opening round.
Very good points there, yeah. Donovan starting to box a wee bit towards the end there. Trying to draw into and pick him off the right hook as he moves. Again, good straight 1-2 in the middle by Donovan. Hard to defend against. Again, a good step back in a straight right there by Chewy. Again, good exchange. Both last throwing lots of punches. Again, Dominic Garouk will be telling Donovan, I think he should be telling him to start boxing a bit more, trying to draw two in and use his right hook and moving. Whereas Daniel Chewy in the other corner needs to tell Eamon to put the pressure on him.
Dominic O'Rourke has involvement in 3 finals. 7 semi-finals he was in the corner for. And it's Eric Donovan in the red who leads by 5 points to 1 heading into the second round. And Chewy attacked almost as much as Donovan in that opening round, but just couldn't get the scoring points deal. So does Chewy needed to step it up this bit more, or does he just need more accuracy?
He needs to step it up more, but he needs to get more accurate as well. He's running forward and his punches are there's no power in him. Good right hand there by Chewy, but he needs to do an awful lot more of that.
Blue corner getting a bit overexcited. Donovan being told to keep the head up.
Chewy running forward there with his hands up and getting caught in the weigh-in.
Just a slip from Chewy, who has his brother Daniel in the corner.
Good boxing now by Donovan, picking some good body shots and back out with a right hook on the way out.
Seemed towards the start of this second round to have been connecting a bit more, but I'm not sure if he's got the accuracy which let him down in the first round.
He's still missing a wee bit with that right hand. He needs to step in a bit more with the jab. Put some more power behind that right hand and finish everything with a left hook.
It's a Midlands derby. Donovan in the red for the 5, County Kildare, Chewy in the blue from Moat, County Westmeath. Well, Chewy came into it a bit more in that second round, but not too much more.
At the very end, he caught him with some lovely punches. Again, he's using his double jab going forward. Jumping that right hand, but he threw the second time, but not an awful lot of power in it. Donovan's still doing the better boxing and picking off 2 aces coming in. Just needs to keep it going.
I don't know, are corner men ever satisfied?
No, but they're very good because they can see things you can't see. It's like Daniel Chewy telling Eamon he has to bob and weave, he has to go forward. Let's take some more of Donovan's punches on his gloves.
Well, that was a tremendous second round from Donovan. 14 points to 3, he leads now. 9-2 in his favour in the second round. Chewy had stepped it up a bit, but Donovan even more so.
Chewy's jumping in with his punches, getting caught on the way in. He needs to box a bit more, that's a bit better for him.
Well, he's got 11 points to make up. Remember, the 20-point rule is only in operation for the first 3 rounds. It was a similar sort of margin of victory actually for Eric Donovan last year in that bantamweight final. A weight down, he beat Brian Dillon, 19 points to 6.
Donovan's really starting to box really well here now. He's making Chewy miss and counting with some brilliant left hands. There you go again, sweet left hand. quick defence and the record to score.
He was doing okay in the scoreboard even before this as well. It looks like just the strap across the top of the head guard of Chewy has come loose. Bit of work in the back for the brother. Donovan with the healthy advantage. And even if he were to go more conservative between now and the end, that margin might just be enough. But he's definitely not taking his foot off the gas, Neil. Donovan.
No, Donovan, no, he's doing good work, and Donovan comes back then and catches him with 2 or 3 punches and cancel it out. Donovan in well command here in this fight.
Well, Chewy is looking a bit more of a tired man. All the boxers from St. Michael's always stand in their corner.
Again, great right hook, straight left hand by Donovan. Chewy working hard. Again, a feint. Oh, perfect right hand. You see, just stepped out again. Drew the punch and landed a perfect left hand there. And all Eric Donovan have to do now is up on his toes and box. Use his southpaw stance and move, punch and move and punch and move and coast home in this last round. Chewy has it all to do, has to get out there and have a big go.
He's got a 15-point gap to deal with, Ahern Chewy. Donovan leading by 20 points to 5 as we enter the 4th and final round of this featherweight contest. Eric Donovan from St. Michael's Athy in the red, Ahern Chewy from Moat in the blue. And Donovan,
great score there by Chewy.
Staggering there, and Chewy, he's really going for it in this final round.
Donovan needs to be clever here, not to get caught any more big punches. Keep boxing and moving. Box and move. Don't let Chewy do him.
All of a sudden, it looks a completely different fight, and Chewy keeps catching Donovan here. Points-wise, he's got so much to do, Chewy, though, Neil.
Yeah, like it's only one punch he landed there. You know, he still needs to get big scores to get back into this fight.
Donovan told to keep the head up. In heavyweight, one punch, as you've always said, Neil, can change everything. It's a bit more difficult at this featherweight, isn't it?
An awful lot more difficult, and Donovan looks very, very strong. Chewy is really throwing everything here. He's really having a go. Some great work from him. And all Donovan has to do is move and box and jab and hook off the jab and move, but he's not doing it. He's letting Chewy come to him.
And the man in blue has got absolutely nothing to lose in this final round.
Chewy starting to look tired after all his hard work.
Well, he put a lot of effort into that final round, Ahern Chewy, but the man with his hands in the air is Eric Donovan.
Again, a lovely left right hand down the middle there by Chewy. Drove it on again there. Put pressure on Donovan.
The winner of that contest, by computer scoring of 30 points to 8, and the new Irish daily scorer, champion of Ireland, Donovan in the red corner.
He won every single round. Eric Donovan, last year's bantamweight champion, is this year's featherweight champion. O'Kane refereeing this lightweight final. 2 Dublin fighters in the red, Dean Murphy of St. Saviour's Olympic Boxing Academy. based on Dorset Street in the city centre. Stephen Ormond in the blue from St Matthew's, Ballyfermot. Murphy, former Irish junior champion, he's in the red against the 2003 featherweight champion Ormond. And two fighters who have had convincing wins all the way so far in these Irish Championships, Neil.
Yeah, two that probably the most impressive boxers throughout the whole tournament so far. Very, very close fight here again tonight, but Ormond looks that bit stronger than Dean Murphy, so I'm kind of in favour here of Ormond.
Murphy in the red stopped Noel Monteith in the third round of the quarterfinals. Beat Paul Hendricks on the 20-point rule in the third round of the semis. He's seen none of his contests go the distance, while Ormond in the quarters beat Aaron Sadlier by 30 points to 3. David Anthony Joyce 16-3 in the semis.
Both boys showing a very good tight defence here, and both boxing now with tight defence with explosive combinations. Really tit for tat real here, they're kind of scoring, and one scores or then the other scores back.
They do look very, very well matched. And all Dublin affair. Two lads who would know each other very well as well. Murphy with plenty of juvenile titles. It's his first year as a senior. Ormond also was excellent in the underage grades. Irish international, semi-finalist only last year. Going for the title vacated by Andrew Murray. Now a professional and a winning professional. A frenetic opening round in this lightweight final.
Excellent opening round there. Both boxing very, very well. Again, lovely right hand left hook there for Stephen Ormond.
Two points each, heading into round two.
Well, this could go to the wire, so close. They're both boxing so well, both counting each other out when they score.
Well, it has the makings of a very tight contest. They've both been impressive all the way so far. Dean Murphy in the red of St Saviour's, Stephen Ormond in the blue from St Matthew's. Eugene O'Kane, the man in the middle.
The start looks being very impressed here by Dean Murphy. He's boxing very well. In his semi-final fight, he won it very comfortably. It was hard to judge how good he is, but he's really turned it on here in the final.
And he's scoring enough for you as well so far. He's scoring enough for you as well so far.
Yeah, he's scoring. Again, it's tit for tat. They're both kind of scoring, but then it comes back with counters down and that counts them run around.
I should tell you, it is so noisy here. It's hard to hear ourselves think. And especially when you've got two big Dublin fighters in the ring with a huge amount of local support here at the National Stadium. One of the best atmospheres in Irish sport, without a doubt. And there's no doubt in this fight is helping that cause. As Ormond tries to get himself back scoring wise in the second round. Ormond in the blue with the noisier of the two corners, Eugene O'Kane just telling them to calm down. Murphy in the red.
Good work there in the end from Greg Stephen Ormond. Showing some lovely combinations. White just to store that round at the end there, landing some lovely punches at the very end.
Stephen Ormond being told he has to keep the pace up. He leads 7-5 at halfway. Ormond in the blue, Murphy in the red. this third round.
Low punch there. He's Ormond's working well defensive, good defence there, and then coming out with good counters in defence. He's taking a lot of punching, being Murphy on his gloves and coming back with some lovely punches.
Well, he was told to up the pace in the second half of this fight with his corner, Stephen Ormond. And he's proving he's a good listener. It's what he's done, isn't it, Neil?
Yeah, I think he's starting to pull away here. He's got some really good scores, but at that then comes back Dean Murphy. Great exchange again by both lads.
Well, this is turning into quite a contest itself for this lightweight title. Vacated by Andrew Murray. Will have a new champion crowned tonight. He will be a Dubliner.
Well, I said at the start this could be the fight of the championship, and it really is turning out that way now.
Murphy twice made to miss. Ormond didn't when the opportunity arose.
I think the strength of Ormond now and the experience is starting to tell there in that third round. When he needed to step up, he just picked up that gear and went for it.
Greg Ormond so animated in that blue corner. Dean Murphy using up every spare second. It's Ormond who leads by double scores, 12 points to 6. As we enter the final round of this lightweight final at the 2005 Nationals.
Dean Murphy's a bit bewildered when he came out there to the centre of the ring. You know whether to go, what to do, whether to go forward. Now he just knows if he had the fitness and the tank to do so.
Well, Murphy has been a convincing winner. He stopped his 2 previous fights in the third round. He's now in uncharted territory in this year's National Championships at least. He's in the final round and he's behind.
Some lovely points again by Stephen Ormond. He's starting the box, feels really relaxed now, looking very confident. But must be careful at all times, doesn't get tied.
And Ormond just turning to the crowd and winking as he and Murphy were holding on to each other.
He knows he has the skill and the power and the ability to beat Dean Murphy now. He shouldn't showboat though. I don't like that show, Will, because I think a guy deserves respect when he gets in the ring. If you appear to box, you deserve respect.
Well, Ormond was told in no uncertain terms by Eugene O'Kane to stop the talking. Dean Murphy wanted to get stuck in a bit too early again.
I suppose on the other side, with a lot of emotion there, you're boxing really well. You know you have a title in the bag if nothing goes wrong, and sometimes it's hard not to express it.
Ormond is keeping his distance as the seconds die. And there are only seconds now. Well, maybe there was a bit of needle in that 4th round, but as soon as the bell went, so did whatever slight animosity that might have been there.
Again, Stephen Ormond coming with cluster punches. Didn't land too well there, but Dean Murphy walking inside. A lot of big exchanges there.
Centre of the ring, boys. Ladies and gentlemen, please show your appreciation for excellent, very, very tactical boxing. Well done to both boxers. And the winner of that contest by a computer scoring of 18 points to 7 and the new Irish Daily Star champion of Ireland, Ormond in the blue corner.
It's Stephen Ormond's title. Paul McCluskey's